So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It was an adventure this week, but I'm actually able to post a weekly movie slash pop culture hunt. We got a major snow slash ice storm in this area. It hindered me going out, but luckily I was able to sneak out right before and actually do a little bit of hunting. So you're going to see some footage there. Let's look at some footage. Let's look online and see what came out this week, and then let's come back here and we'll close out the video. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
He's already pulled over. He can't pull over any farther.
Alright folks, this was me this week trying to get off my road for the first time after the snowfall, which was mostly ice. They tried to scrape it, got a partial lane. Man, if you meet anybody on this thing, it's dangerous. So let's go into Walmart here. We did a little night trip. This was like right before the storm. So, and don't worry, I had my phone mounted when I was recording that in the truck. So they had some WWE figures. Here you got the Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, hell yeah!
I love that baseball style jersey that he was wearing. That's kind of cool. We got some Creed. There's a Damian Priest. And there's the other Creed brother. Got two Stone Colds. And then who else we got in there? So there's Damian. So almost a full wave. Nothing else really in this section. I'm not seeing a whole lot. Oh well. Let's see what else the store's got. Look at this shit. Rick and Morty hanging upside down, man. How are they torturing them? Oh, I almost thought that was a Terrifier. But then we got Donkey and Shrek. So that's kind of cool. They don't have a big movie section in here. We'll just give it a once over. They don't even have a main new release section. So this is more like almost like an Easter type shelf. It's got those old vintage slip covers. But Dexter's Laboratories in here. Transformers movie. Elvis with a torn slipcover. The Nanny for $26. Fried green tomatoes. Pride and Prejudice. This is a weird little section. What a weird mix. Got some anime. Got some Pokemon, Scooby-Doo. Not a lot here. Peanuts. Dirty Dancing. Eternal Sunshine. Princess Bride. Rest in peace. Rob Reiner, and rest in peace Catherine O'Hara, man. The mother from Beetlejuice and Home Alone. Regular shows on sale, $54. Might be time to pick that up finally. Anything else sale? Let me look for some sale stickers. They do have that Final Destination 6 film collection for $24. That is a good deal. You should get that. Random 4Ks thrown in here like Gladiator 2. That's weird. Because they don't have any other ones in 4K. Not a whole lot right there. Yes, this Walmart sucks. But we're going to... This is right after the snow, and we're going to go into Target. This footage will be mixed up. You'll get a little bit of footage before and after the storm, but either way. So, do you guys even go in Target? And I'm going to throw this up here. Somebody was finding physical media in Target. They found the new Wicked movie. So does that count as Target? But either way, give this video a thumbs up if you appreciate me going out into the wild on a cold winter's day to do some hunting. So we'll go down this aisle first and just look and see what wrestling figures they might have. They do have this mic set already marked down to $26. And then they have the WCW Rey Mysterio. That's kind of neat with the masks. And I'm assuming that's his Cruiserweight title. That's a nice Rey. Austin Theory. Got the Legends of British Bulldog and Kurt Hennig. And then we got a 1, 2, 3 Kid. What'd you guys think of the Rumble? I knew Roman was going to win. I just knew it. I didn't expect Liv to win because I fully expected Bianca to return. I thought she was going to be in there. But either way, I'm fine with Liv winning. I wonder if she'll challenge Stephanie. Or will she go after Jade? Maybe Bianca returns at the chamber. Either way. I was hoping Paige and Jericho would show up. It sucked. Not a lot of surprises. Powerhouse Hobbs. Does anybody really care about him? Got that one lone platinum edition up there. They need to clearance this Superman shit and get it out of here. Hey, look at that Cardiac. That's a nice looking figure there. I like that. And Spider Venom. Those things are too expensive. Got some leftover Superman stuff. Transformers. Crossover with Masters of the Universe. Got a nice looking G.I. Joe classified figure up there. I got a Doctor Strange Platinum statue. I'm assuming that red sticker means it's a Target exclusive. And not seeing too much else. Let's get out of this section. The poor ass clearance section. If they had that for like $5, I'd get that Galactus. It's a nice looking figure. I know it'd be a nice display piece. Homer, Star Wars. Those are not good clearance prices. And who wants that toilet shit? Skibbity, whatever the hell it is. I always give these a once over. You know, once I saw that figure, I mean, that car was expensive. That one, there's a red version of that truck. That's the Chase. So I always look. There's still the green one. Don't really see anything else. So let's get out of here. Get out of this section anyway. There's where all that Stranger Things stuff was. And now, televisions. And this is the poor excuse for a NECA section. Not a whole lot. Got some Fallout stuff. Got these Return of the Living Dead blind cans. I might have to get one of those. Maybe I'll take these out and tell them I want the box and just buy one. If I do, I'll do a video and show you what I got. Somebody got the Jey Uso pack over here. Did you see where they threw Brock Lesnar out during his entrance? Who booked that thing? I was piss poor.
Who the fuck wrote this bullshit?
What pops they got? There's some Muppets. Is that on Disney Plus yet? That new Muppet show? I might have to check that out. They got some stuff for Valentine's Day. Little minis there. Those are kind of cool. What was your favorite Muppet character? Other than Kermit. Look at all this snow. This is in the parking lot of Barnes & Noble. They literally made a wall of snow. You cannot get into this section. They blocked it. But there's Barnes & Noble off in the distance. So let's get through the snow and get in the store. Look at this shit. I think this pile of snow is taller than you. Let me get up there and look. That pile of snow is almost as tall as you are. Look at that shit. Oh well, we're braving the elements. Let's get into the store finally after wading through that snow. Oh, look here. Vision board kits. Health and happiness. Life goals. Life goals. How about collecting physical media vision board? Oh, God. Speaking of Target having Wicked, look at this whole fucking Wicked display here. And let's get over here to the Arrow video display. Look at that. Cool sign. I asked a guy last week could I have it, and he said they usually keep it for future sales. There's a movie that's coming out. That's kind of cool. Why isn't Wild Style in a case? Either way. There's a movie coming out on Arrow Video that I was looking for. It says that it's in stock online, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, well. I'll let you know what it is later. I'm not going to tell you yet, just in case I do find it. Snakes on a Plane. That just came out recently. Spawn. Cobra, The Mask. When do they decide when to put spider wraps and when to put cases on? The Night Watch collection, that's actually 2 movies, so don't miss out on that. Torso. Not a whole lot. This is their little cheap section, $5 DVDs. Got a few $10 Blu-rays. Casino. There Will Be Blood. Does that have a 4K release? I know Ben Hur there is getting ready to get one. Few $10 Blu-rays. This section got Avatar, Long Legs, Serenity. Decent amount of steel books. Minority Report. Renfield. Hey, they got The Wicked. That's the first movie. They got the steel book. I'm not going after the steel book of the new one, but if I could find one cheap, maybe to resell. Hey, they actually got the 4K of Roofman. We only saw the DVD last week in Walmart, so it's nice to see a 4K of that in here. The Conjuring. Mission Impossible. Airplane 2, the sequel, says 50% off. Make a match that price. That can't be me setting off that alarm, but it's annoying. Got Creepshow there. Beetlejuice. Like I said, rest in peace, Catherine O'Hara. Catch Me If You Can. That's kind of cool. Those god-awful Bond slipcovers. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Here's the A24 section. We'll give it a glance. Make sure they didn't add anything. I doubt they did. Eddington. I gave that movie a bad review. It's not that good of a movie. The Smashing Machine is decent. If you don't want to buy that, I think it's streaming on HBO Max. Friendship was very disappointing. I thought that movie was going to be way better. We got both versions of Pearl, Blu-ray and 4K. What is this? This is in the section with the screenplay books. Or script books, whatever you want to call it. Here's some anime. I'll give it a quick glance. That's a neat looking cover there. Along with some pops. The family section. I was looking through some of my Disney Blu-rays from the movie club. I sold a few of them. Hey, they got Babe. That's kind of cool. Seeing that in store, 40% off. That's a pretty good deal. They got both of them. Nice to see those in store. Cool. I might pick them up and put them over here and let people see them. Look at there. Displaying the stuff for them. Speaking of Disney stuff, a Goofy movie and an extremely Goofy movie. I had both of those on Disney Movie Club. Blu-rays, never watched them. Sold them like for a pretty penny. I know I sold one of them recently for way over $100. There's some Doctor Who. Pops. There's a nice Simpsons pop. Hey, we saw that in Walmart. It's only $25 in here too. That's a pretty good deal. Well, what's in on this section? There's Agatha Christie movies, Toxic Avenger, Spinal Tap. Let's look through this section a little bit. There's some people standing here. It's going to be hard for me to look. Ed Wood, man. Very underrated. You guys know Ed Wood? He directed like Plan 9 from Outer Space. Very interesting to read about him if you don't want to get the movie to watch about the biopic about him. But Johnny Depp is really good in it. Not much else right here. Now, I think that is me setting off the alarm. Hey, they did get one of the Pink Panther movies in 4K. The Pink Panther Strikes Again. That's one of my favorite ones. Screen. Wolf of Wall Street 4K. No discount? Really? Yeah, I dropped something again. In every video.
Yeah!
I'll have to edit out some sound. There's some obnoxious people standing here that are looking at stuff on the other aisle, but they're all backed up and piled up right in front of the movies. Ragtime? That's one of those Paramount Presents. Huh. I don't know if I've got that one. I'm going to have to check that out. Hey, at least they came now that Reanimator is actually on sale. It's still, I don't think, worth the money, but... That movie needs a Blu-ray. Not much else. Oh well. Those people are back behind me if you hear anything. I'll try to edit out the sound of them talking. Because they were talking obnoxiously loud before. Alright, I went in and cut out them talking. They got this cool steelbook of Wanted. I remember seeing that in Walmart. There's the alarm down there. So no Wicked. Was that steelbook a Walmart exclusive? It used to be. Like the first one. Was that Walmart exclusive? And then they released it general to any store. I think I'm going to go get out of here and go somewhere else. So we're going to take a look at another Walmart. This is a different day, obviously, before the storm. They didn't have hardly anything, man. Their wrestling section is just demolished. Nothing. Look at that empty spot. Some Masters of the Universe. And not a whole hell of a lot else. Got some Marvel. Not really interested in that stuff. Got some overpriced Star Wars figures. I'm glad I got out of those things, man. Cost too much money.
That price is too high.
Here's the movies. So let's see what they got. Still got the Wicked 4Ks. Got the Wicked Blu-ray, the Wicked DVD. Got the Springsteen movie. One battle after another. Got the 4K Blu-ray and DVD. Got Tron 4K restocked. Not the Blu-ray. Got The Strangers Chapter 2. Who's going to go see Chapter 3 in the theaters? Let me know in the comments down below. Oh, well, they got Screamboat. That's the Blu-ray Steelbook. They got Tales from the Dark Side Steelbook. The Blues Brothers. Black Christmas. That's a really good Steelbook there. A bunch of leavings from the weeks before. TV stuff. Handmaid's Tale. Not a whole lot. Shameless. They just got a Blu-ray release. Drew Carey Show. Matlock. A lot of overpriced DVD sets. Nothing really interesting here. Gilligan's Island. SpongeBob. I never saw the Friday the 13th set in here. One time, one of the Walmarts had a sticker for it. In this section, they at least do have something new over here. Keeper. They finally stocked it. Got the Osgood Perkins, the new movie Keeper. There's the 4K 22. That shit right there is weird. They do have the DVD for $14.96. So that's a 4K and a Blu-ray set. Truth and Treason. Bunch of the DVD greatest hits. Beast of War. Shark movie. Dead of Winter. That's what it is now here. Dead of Winter. Shelby Oaks. We saw that in Barnes & Noble. That anime. Not too much else right here. what is this? SpongeBob season 15. At least those are widescreen. Bananas for you. The horror section is about had it. They do restock that Globe. Got some Terrifier stuff. Empty. So is there another display coming soon? They did add a little bit of SpongeBob merch. I showed you that last week though. Still got the Halloween stuff. DC Multiverse. Spawn. There's a Terrifier 2 figure stuck over here. And then the Dead Pop section. They do have a $5 section in here. September 5th is in there. Pretty in Pink. Scream 2 movie collection. The Care Bears movie. Some Valentine's Day Charlie Brown. Insidious. Falling Down's a good movie. Got some Tom Selleck action there. Got that Dave Chappelle comedy special. At least they do have a $5 bin. Alright, we're actually going to go into Five Below. Do something a little different. They got Marty McFly. Chucky. Alan Grant. That's the dude from Jurassic Park. Why he has one. There's Michael Myers.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Oh my god. Oh, Mikey Myers from Halloween 2. Yeah, am I really going to get a troll? They got UFC figures too, yeah. But either way, yeah, look, I got all the troll figures here. Yeah, one of you guys said they had them in here. My store didn't get them until now. They got Bob's the Burgers figures. These are kind of cool, Bob's Burgers. Each of the family members there. I bet they don't have Bob. If they have Bob, I might would get them. There's Linda. Gene. So they got everybody in here but Bob. I'll look through and make sure though. Yep, no Bobs. I looked. Look at this. My wife saw this. Munchie-Chi. That's a snow globe. If that was an actual like Munchie-Chi little mini figure or something, we would probably get those. I remember those. Munchie-Chi, Munchie-Chi. You guys remember that? What else they got? Oh, look at there. They got a little Bruce the Shark. That's cool. I don't know if it's $5 cool. That's a lot, man. It needs to be the big one. I might have to think about getting one of those. Who else they got back here? There's another Bruce. South Park vinyl figures up there. Got a lot of little knickknacks. You could like make a cool backdrop if you wanted a lot of this stuff to set on shelves. Look at that. Coco the Monkey. A lot of this stuff isn't worth $5 though. What do you guys think? Got some Mario stuff down there. Those are neat. I like those. And then before I leave the store, they had these little micro figures of the Big Lebowski. That is just weird. Oh well. Micro figures. Look how small they are. They do have the dude though. Alright, well let's look online and see what came out this week. Alright everybody, so let's look online and see what came out. This will be the release week of January 27th. We got Time Crimes 4K and the Stendhal Syndrome 4K. Those are some Vinegar Syndrome releases. We got the World War Z 4K Steelbook. That was already released in Walmart, so I'm assuming that's the general release. We got the Classic Troll 2 4K. That's another Vinegar Syndrome title. Once a Thief 4K. I don't know much about that movie, so might have to check that out later. The Great Silence 4K. I know a lot of people were looking for that movie, and it sold out quick. Never heard of it. Not a huge fan of Westerns, so I don't think I'm missing anything for me. House Party 4K. That's a weird Criterion release. I don't know. Ghost Keeper, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. That's that one where everybody was just struggling to get it out of the slipcover. Married to the Mob 4K media book. That's from the Cinematograph line. from Vinegar Syndrome. You got Birth 4K from Criterion. I usually wait on those Criterions now. I'm not in a hurry to get that one, so probably get that on the next sale. The Veil TV show released by, I think, Vinegar Syndrome. A Candle for the Devil 4K, The Narrow Margin. We got some double feature there, not familiar with. Dorian Gray. The Mechanic 4K, that's the original Charles Bronson movie. A lot of people don't know. There was an original Jason Statham movie, was a remake of that. The Doll, George A. Romero's Resident Evil. That's a documentary. Sabrina with Harrison Ford. Blood of Vengeance. Kiss of the Spider Woman, another Criterion release. Illustrious Corpses, Red Dust, The Verdict. The new Fred and Barney show. I don't remember that at all. I might have to check that out later. Fearless Dragons, King of Beggars, Project Echo, 4K. No clue what that is. Cheap Thrills, a very underrated movie that I highly recommend. From Arrow Video. 100 Yen Love, Spectre's Rock, Resurrection of Eve, Manpower, the Rolling Stones movie. Let's Spend the Night Together. I'll be controversial. Never been a huge Rolling Stones fan. Castlevania Nocturne, the complete series, The Left Behind Daughters. Bad Things, pretty decent Shudder movie. That's the regular release. The slipcover release, I think I showed in one of my Shudder / Vinegar Syndrome unboxings. Maraschino Cherry. Slapface is another pretty good Shudder release. Bronco Bullfrog, no clue what that is. Let me know in the comments down below if you know what that is. Hold That Blonde, Asylum of Darkness, Ordinary People, Forgotten Giallo, however you want to pronounce that one. Hung Up on a Dream, By the Light of the Silvery Moon, little Doris Day action there. House Party, that's the regular release. 3, what is that? Tulu? I don't know what that is. The Gods of Times Square, Naruto, The House From, Satan Hates You, The Reveries Trilogy, No Sleep Till, what is that? The Beastie Boys movie? That'd be No Sleep Till Brooklyn. Oh well. Marry Me 4K, Mario Lanza for the First Time, Arcane, League of Legends, Season 1, 4K, A Little Prayer, House on the Edge of the Park, 4K. Man, that movie is grainy as hell and old looking. Does that movie need to be in 4K? I think you'd be better off almost with a VHS copy of that. Birth, that's the Blu-ray, Wild Beast, 4K. Same with that. I already have the Blu-ray of that. I don't think I need a 4K of it. The Mechanic Blu-ray. The Thing with Feathers. Never heard of that. Benedict Cumberbatch. Ghost Keeper Blu-ray. Pulse. There's The Kiss of the Spider Woman. King of the Gypsies, I guess, gets a regular release. That already had one of those cinematograph releases. A Bell from Hell. Same with Gang Related. That's a weird looking picture there of Jim Belushi. Tripoli, got some RWBY. There's the Rolling Stones Blu-ray, One Piece. Black Hat 4K, I guess, gets a re-release. Shoestring Slashers Volume 1. And then we got a couple more titles with no covers here. The Devil's Exorcist, Cremation of the Damned. And that's about it. So, mostly catalog stuff, some Criterions, tons of Vinegar Syndrome releases, and the fucking Troll 2, man, in 4K. What more can you want? Oh well, let's go ahead and close out the video. So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the JeffMan316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JeffMan316. JeffMan316 Live is back there. On that sign, that's where you and I join up right here, usually Sunday nights around 9 p.m. Eastern. We watch along to a movie, talk about pop culture, talk about physical media. Man, this week, talk about the weather. So you saw the very first thing I posted was me trying to get off the road that I live on for the first time. They scraped it, but it was so much ice, man. They've had to come back multiple times and it still looks bad. And then we've got another round of snow since I have recorded a lot of this footage. So I snuck out and tried to do a little bit of hunting right before the major storm. So they didn't have all the new releases out, like especially in Barnes & Noble. There was a couple Arrow titles that they said they had that I was hoping to try to see in stores, but they hadn't put them out yet. But hey, what are you going to do? You know, you can't predict. It looks like even the weatherman can't predict the weather, and you can't control it. So we do what we can do, and that's what we do on this channel, is just try to have some fun. So hopefully you like that footage. Hopefully you're going to like the video that'll be coming up maybe in the next 3 to 5 days, the Jeffy Awards. Yeah, it looks like at the time I'm recording this, I'm supposed to get the last video. A lot of people were delayed, probably like me, had weather issues and a lot of other things going on. So I apologize for the Jeffy Awards probably being about a week late. I know a lot of you guys got me the videos ahead of time, but like I said, life happens, shit happens, weather happens. So it's not a lot you can do. But the one easy thing you can do is always support the channel like you do. And some of the ways you can do it is liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing, all the normal YouTube stuff. Please drop a like on all the videos that you watch, and if you are a subscriber, you rule. Hit the notification bell to let you know when I post new videos. Hopefully I'll get back on track this week, and like I said, I'll edit the Jeffy Awards, and maybe within the next week you'll see that post on the channel. So keep supporting me any way you can. All the information and ways you can do that is down below. My Valoria video link, JeffMan316 gets you 10% off your first purchase there. My eBay store, social media, everything's down there. So please consider supporting me any way you can, and I'll keep making the content for you guys. And until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter, signing out saying you guys be safe out there.
It can't be like this.
It is this way, man. I'm sorry I exposed you to it, but it is. It's ugly, but it's necessary.